Hi everyone. This is Tony, and today we are going to discuss about support and resistance. Okay, I wanted to take this video on the very first, but many of you wanted to talk about Fibonacci first. So in last video we discussed Fibonacci. Today we will be discussing support and resistance, and why I want to make a video on it because I hope most of you already know what is support and resistance, but I feel that I should explain it because some of our members are completely new and maybe the way I see support and resistance that could be different. So I'll be making two videos on support and resistance. Today I will be discussing the basics, and in the second video we will be discussing the advanced support and resistance which I draw in the chart so that you all can understand why I draw them and how I draw them and how they work, because many times I've got this question, how your support and resistance work. So Claire, okay, so we will be discussing that. So let's proceed. I will be using the notepad again because I like to describe. I do not want to make slides as I do not have so much time to make professional videos, but I will be using this notepad. I will write it down and I hope you all can understand with this. And I really appreciate your support for all this. And you are ready to learn raw, not from professional videos. Okay, so let's start. So very first, we will discuss. Before I go ahead, I hope you all know what is trend. In the first video of market structure, I described the trend, uptrend, downtrend, and sideways. So if you ever want to know what the price is in uptrend or downtrend, the first thing you need to do is just zoom out your chart. Okay, just zoom out. The zoom out it to the maximum level. Okay, let's see. So if we see, if I have zoom out this price like this, so you can see, if you see it from very far, the price has moved into one direction, that is from top to down. So this was downtrend. Okay, after this price has moved in a particular range, this was a sideways rally. Okay, again price moved in a downtrend move, then we have a sideways move, and then we have an uptrend because price was moving from down to up. So finding trend is not as difficult over a period of time. Okay, but if we change the time frames, trend generally change. And like this, if I see price, okay, let's come here. Okay, so if I see price, we see when we are on daily time frame, price is in sideways, right? It is in a sideways rally. But if I see the same chart on hourly time frame, there would be a difference. The same chart which we were thinking that is in sideways, if we just see a particular range like this, you all will say that the price is moving in downtrend, right? So price is moving downtrend. However, on daily chart, the same price was moving in sideways direction. So while we find these trends, the important thing is to know that what is support and resistance on this time frame and how it is going to work in a trade using the trend. So we will be discussing all these scenarios. Okay, so first thing, whenever you start looking for support and resistance and trend, I will be discussing all three together. You need to start from a higher time frame. Like if you want to do scalping, what I generally do, I go on daily time frame, then I go on 4-hour chart, then I go on 1-hour chart time frame, and I start finding support and resistance at those levels, and I start executing my trades. So here comes some questions. What is support and resistance first, which I am going to look into these time frames. So as I told you, the price moves in three directions. So let's discuss if price is moving in an uptrend. So from market structure, we know that price is making higher high and higher lows. Okay. When price starts making higher highs and higher lows, you get some peaks. Okay. Some peaks and some lows. These are swing high and swing low. We all know that. Whenever a price makes a swing high or swing low, these peaks are actually work as a support and resistance. So if I take this chart, we have seen that the price moved in a direction, in upward direction, then price moved back. After that, when price went up, this range actually turned as our next support level. This level will work as a support level for the price when it's coming back down. Okay, when it's going up, this level will work as a resistance. Okay, so what do we understand from this? That a horizontal line or a horizontal zone, okay, a horizontal line or a horizontal zone, which actually creates problem or can be a trouble area in the movement of price while it's going up or it's going down, is actually known as a resistance or a support area. Whenever price will be going up, if price is going up, any trouble area that will be in between the price movement, that will be considered as resistance. When it's going up, it has resistance. When price is coming down, any trouble area which stops the movement of price, or you can say which may change the course or direction of the price, that will termed as a support area when the price is dropping, or the support area when price is dropping. Okay, so any of those points or areas which actually creates trouble or may change the direction of price, they can be termed as support and resistance. Okay, support and resistance are the same line. If I draw a label like this between the price, okay, the same line, the same label, or the same zone, okay, it can be a zone, it can be a horizontal line. This zone or this horizontal line can work as a support or resistance. It just matters that what is the direction of the price. If price is in an uptrend, every horizontal level which is going to create trouble in the price, that is termed as resistance. When price is moving in opposite direction, or you can say in downward trend, the same area can be termed as support. So same level or same resistance or same zone is support or resistance. It's just the matter of trend. If price is in uptrend, every horizontal price level which may create trouble in price movement is termed as resistance, and in downtrend, the vice versa is defined as support. Okay, support and resistance both can be a single horizontal line. They can be termed as a zone. Okay, why we are saying that they can be zone? Because the price may exactly come to your horizontal line, or it may make a small or very small difference between the level, and that will still considered as a support zone. Okay, so this is a basic definition of support and resistance. Now let's discuss some examples. So first we are going to the daily chart. Okay, so let's see. The price was making the move. It was making higher highs, higher lows. Okay, so let's come to the 4,000 price first. I'm not going back. I'm just looking from this level. Okay, if you see price was going up, it made first. Let me first make it an uptrend. So price was coming up, going down, going up, going down, going up, and boom. Okay, this was the price movement. Okay, to make it simple, I'm taking this as this. Okay, let's take this the first move. All right, so when the price come, there are some certain swing highs we saw. Okay, I'm removing this line. You saw the price movement. So we saw some levels where we see some swing highs and swing lows. So the first swing high we saw here, right? This was a peak. Okay. Later on, we saw the next peak. Okay. Then we have a significant low here, the first swing low. Okay. Then we have a next peak here. Okay. Then we have next peak here. So what we did, we just point out some swing highs and swing lows. So if we see the price movement in between those levels when price came, so very first time, this was the level which we identified. This is the first level we identified. Okay. So what we will do, we will not discuss about any other level first. We will discuss about this level first. Okay. Let me just change its color. So this is the first level we saw here. Okay. What do you see when price came to this level? This was the first level when price hit it, and price faced some trouble and it dropped down. Okay. It dropped to a particular level and it dropped to this level. We will change the color of it as well. This is the red line. Okay. I'm removing it for a moment. So this was the first trouble area. Then price dropped. When price start dropping, this was the first trouble area and it really changed its course. So what do we see here when price reacted to this level? So we got our first peak. Price returned to this level. We got our next trouble area. When price was going back, you can see that this trouble area again reacted. If you see this level again reacted, and when price came to this level, it immediately got rejected and dropped back. It dropped back, right? So that means if this level has worked this way, this is our resistance level. Okay. If this is our resistance level, okay, so this level is going to be important for us and we will take care of its level. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just changing, I'm just going back to this level, the upper red line. Okay. Remember this upper line, this was our first resistance level we are looking for. So what do we see when we come back, when we see the past history? This was the level we saw, right? So the upper red line is what we are talking about. If we see this level on a horizontal chart in the past as well, I'm just moving back. What we have seen in past, in November 2018, this level someday worked as an important level or created trouble in the price movement. So that means that this level has worked in the past as well, and this level has worked in the recent run as well. So this is an important resistance level. So this is a level which we need to consider. So what we will do, we will draw this level, and whenever price will return to this level, we will consider it as a good support. So because we do not have future data, so we will go in past. So when we are going in past, even we went to 2017 now. This was the level, right? This was the resistance level. And what do we see? That in past as well, this level has actually worked as an important support level, right? So what do we see? As I told you, when price was coming from down to up, the same level will work as a resistance, or when price is coming down, the same level work as a support. So in the past, in 2017 and in 2018, it has worked as a support area. That's why in 2019 run, it worked as a resistance area. Because twice it has worked as a support. In 2018 as well, it worked as a support. So in 2019, the same level worked as a resistance area. So we know that this zone, this particular area was a trouble area while price movement was from top to down or down to up. Okay, so this level actually created trouble in price movement. So this is an important area to note down. Okay, when we see the same level on 4-hour chart, we're going back. Okay, here we go. It was at 5500. Yes, here it is. So when we see the same level on small time frame, what do we see? On small time frame, what do we see? The same level. The same level has worked so many times. This was the first time it faced trouble. Second time it appeared as a resistance on 4-hour chart. Third time it worked as a resistance. When price moved up, it turned as a support. First worked like that. Second time it did not work, but when price immediately back above this worked as a support again and price moved up. Okay, so this is how support and resistance areas create trouble in price movement, and that's what actually help us to buy and sell near to this level. Okay, so when price is dropping to this level, we will always watch the reaction. If it goes good, so it may change the course of this direction. If price is coming from down to up, this level may change the course of direction, or it may work as a support for the new price movement or the new rally. This is what support and resistance actually do. Okay, in any chart, the level or areas which has worked as many number of times during the different time zone as a level of trouble is actually termed as a good resistance or support level. This is a simple definition you need to learn, that any level where price has touched that level and changed its course, or the level has created problem in price movement, is considered as support and resistance level. So if we see this chart, if I just make it a little dark, here it is. Okay, let me change the color to make it more visible to you all. Right. So if you see in this duration from May 2019 to November 2019, in this course of 5 months, you can see that this level, the line I have drawn, has worked several times as a trouble area for price of Bitcoin. First time, second time, third time, fourth time, and fifth time, and sixth time. So approximately 6 times it has worked as a trouble area. Okay, this horizontal line. But every time, if you notice it properly, every time it has not worked. What do we say? It has not worked as a with accuracy. I would say. Sorry about that. It has not worked with accuracy. Like in the first time, the price exactly hit it. Second time, it worked as a support. Price hit it. But third time, we can see there is a small gap, right? Again, there was a small gap. You can consider it as well. There is a small gap. And next time it worked very well, okay? So, because this horizontal line was very close to these price action areas, right? So these support and resistance levels were actually important for us. That's why, what do we do whenever we see a price level which may work as an important area? We actually create a zone nearby that, not so big, but a very small zone, approximately 1% difference or 2% different zone. And this zone will actually work every time as support and resistance. So you will know that this level is actually going to create a trouble area. And what do we need to do? If we have long somewhere at the bottom we have long the price. Okay, so when price will reach here, we will like to book our profit. Okay, when price is going up, we would like to put our stop loss below this level. Okay, because we expect this price to work as a support, as a support, as a support, as a support again and again in many times. So we would be looking this level as our stop loss area. And if we have taken any position from the very top and we are shorting the price, so this zone we will be considering as the profit booking area. We will be considering this level as our profit booking area every time. So that's why we would always look for a zone, not for a horizontal line. As soon as you get practice, you start getting more confident about your levels. You can consider a particular line as your support and resistance level, right? To get a better entry in many charts. If those people who have been with me from last 1 year, they know that for last 6 months I have been using so many boxes. I used boxes zones for at least 6 months. After doing that, now I came to lines because as I have practiced for 5 to 6 months using these zones, now I am quite better with the lines, with the horizontal lines, and that's how I am with the practice, with a lot of practice, how to find a better key level, the support resistance level. That will come with practice only, and there is no way, there is no shortcut that you can get it. So in the beginning, I would say start drawing zones. Okay, start drawing zones. Start using lower risk for your positions and start using these support and resistance zones to work as your support area and resistance area. That will give you better entry and better risk management, and there would be no fear of getting wigged out or getting stopped out through a wick in any scenario. So that is a good part. And because we have seen recently that this level has worked in the last 6 months, so I would like to see, has it ever worked before? When price was at this zone, has this level ever worked before? So if I just move to 2017 and 18 price rallies, what do you see? I hope you know the answer, right? When the last time price was in this range, this level has worked pretty well. Many times. It worked as a support. It worked as a support. It worked as a, not this level, as a support. Resistance. Support. Resistance. So you can see the same level in 2017 and 18 has worked very well. Okay. So this was actually, I was showing you from the current scenario to the past. Okay. What do we actually do in trading? Right. What do we actually do in trading when the price is moving in a particular zone? We actually first look at the past. We do not look the future first. So right now I was showing you present area and then I was taking you to the back side. Okay. Now what I want you to start practicing is you need to look the past and then you need to forecast the future. Okay. You need to predict what next can be in trading. This is how actually you need to start trading. All right. So if I need to see where can be my support areas on Bitcoin at this level, what I will do, I will be looking at those levels where Bitcoin has seen so many times trouble areas. So my first trouble area would be this zone. I would say I would include all the VIX and I will include all the VIX both sides. So this zone has worked in past time. If you see, let's see here. Okay, we have seen that this has worked many times, even in the past. If you extend it to the very left in 2018, a 17 price, you would see this level has worked. So it has worked many times. So this would be my main support resistance area. And when price will be above this level, I will be looking for long. Okay, when price would be below this level, what I will be looking for, I will be looking for a short, because when the price is going up, when price was going up from down to up, it was working as a support. As I explained you, when price was going up, this was a support area for me. Okay, when price was going down, it worked as a resistance area for me. When price moved down, now it worked as a resistance area for me. Okay, price has moved up, now it will work as support for me. So here it worked as a support for me. Now when price has broken it down again, okay, when price has broken it down again and it's moving down, this will work as a resistance area. Okay, so whenever the price would be below this level, what I will consider that this level is going to work as a resistance area, and price may touch at this level and may drop down to the next support area. So where would be my next support area? If I see this level actually has worked many times as support and resistance area, resistance, support, 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 support. So this level has worked many times as support, so I will consider this level. On smaller time frame, I may consider this level to work as a support. Okay, right? On very and if I go to deep down to 1 hour chart, there would be more support and resistance areas where price has faced trouble. Okay, and I will consider all those levels. Okay, so that's why in many of my updates you have seen that I have considered 9150 as a very important resistance level from last 1 month, and you have seen that it has worked pretty well as well, right? So probably from the July, I'm considering 9100 as a very important support and resistance area. Even in my recent updates and charts, you can see on Twitter or Telegram or TradingView, you would see that 9150 I've considered as a very important resistance level, and it has worked. It has worked very well at this level. It has worked very well at this level. It has worked very well at this resistance as well. Okay, so what I would consider it to react again. Okay, I would consider it to react again, and price may do to next support area. So this is what I would expect for the next step of Bitcoin. Okay, but in case if I see that the price is going up and price breaks this level and it comes back to retest this level, what I would consider this? I would consider this as a support area because it has worked as a support as well previous time. All right, so this is how we find our good support and resistance area. The more number of touch or the more number of times it has reacted in the price movements, the easier you can find the support and resistance level. Okay, so this was the basics of support and resistance level. You just need to find the peaks. You need to connect those peaks. Just take an example. How I did that. I found some peaks and lows, swallows. So if I take it, how did I find 9150 level? What I did, I first found this swing high, this a trouble area where prices faced trouble while going up. It was going straight, you can see, but here it moved for a time, consolidated and moved up. So it was a trouble area, a swing low, a swing low, a swing low, a swing high. So what I see, these all levels actually come into a particular range, right? Let me just change it. So this level actually comes into a particular range. Okay. So what I would consider this range as a good support and resistance area, and I will be working on it. And as I told you, with experience, you will find a particular line, and that particular line may come as 9150. Okay, so this is how I found out my support and resistance area. Okay, one question was asked by Sander. Okay, that how did I find when Bitcoin was going up? How did I find out yesterday that the BitMax candle? I always call it a BitMax candle. I updated it many times on Twitter as well. Well, price was at this level actually. Yes. So, okay, it's not working, I think. Sorry. There's some problem. Okay. So let's consider like this. When the price was at this level, I told everybody not to short because I was expecting price to drop at least below this level. I was also mentioning many times that 85.80 level is going to hit. It hit exactly 85.74, not 85.80. That was a $6 difference. But at this level, I was not shorting because the reason was I was looking for support and resistance area. Okay. So if I see when price dropped below this level, it has retested this level many times. It has worked as a resistance many times, right? So whenever price moves, okay, I'm just telling you a very important thing for price action traders. Whenever price moves from down to up, or sorry, down to up or up to down, it generally likes to fill the gap. It generally likes to complete every area with black and green candles. Okay, we generally like to retest. This is what we call a retest. So when it break the price, when it break any important resistance level, so if I see when price break this level, it actually went to retest this levels to confirm that this support actually has turned a resistance now. Okay, to confirm that the price generally goes back. So when the price was dropping from this level, so it broke this support area, it broke directly. So what I would consider, I would expect the price to return to retest this level, right? I would expect price to return and retest this level. Okay, so and if I see at this area, price has dropped. If you just focus, price has dropped this level here. We dropped this support, so it should work as a resistance, right? It should work as a resistance, but in this price movement, we have not seen it working as a resistance. So what I was expecting price to go back above nearby this range and drop below. And same thing happened, right? What we saw, if I just take it to, let me just put a vertical line. Okay, so if I just move it to the 1 hour chart, here was the vertical line, right? So what happened after that? What happened after that? Price made us first made a drop, a small drop, and immediately went back to retest this level. When price was going to retest this level, okay, and then immediately drop back to the target. So that's why, because if we were going to short from this level, if we are shorting from this level, what usually people do, they put their stop loss to the previous high, to this level, or usually to this level. They were going to put, or I have to put this at this level and put the target at this level to make a good risk reward, right? 2:1. If I do not do that, it will not be a good trade. And if I do that, I was expecting the price to return to retest this level. And if it is going to retest this level, it is going to hit our stops. That's why I was not shorting. So I hope you got the answer, because I was expecting price to return and retest this resistance and then drop down. And same thing happened. All right, this is how I found out yesterday that the price may hit 8850 or 8900 area first and then drop to 8550. Okay, that's why we were not shorting yesterday. So this was all on the support and resistance from my end. Okay, anything you want to ask, guys, please drop me in chat box. You have 1 minute. I'll be waiting for you for any question.